Hey guys, so we are in town over the weekend. My wife had a doctor's appointment today. She's got another one on Monday, so we're going to make the most of our time in town here, and I am going to fix that. So basically, last year we had a heavy snow at the very first of winter, and there's little aluminum bracing inside of the canvas cover there, and so it was about 1.5 feet, and it was really wet, and it just squished everything. Luckily the canvas was okay, but we spent $500 getting all the aluminum bracing redone, and so then we had this outer rack built for it, and we've been putting plywood on top of it. But what I'd like to do is to get some like 1x2s and reinforce that, make it a little shorter than a regular 4x8 piece of plywood, because I got 2 of them up there, and then that way, and then we'll notch it, and we'll have some like U-bolts so we can fix it permanently, because right now it's just 2 pieces of plywood with 2 ratchet straps over it, and they're always kind of going in and out, and you know, I just don't feel safe driving down the road when we're launching the boat or going up to get groceries or whatever with the boat in tow. So we're going to make a permanent fixture of this thing here. I mean, we'll take it off in the summer, but it's just something that I'd like to get done permanently, so every winter we can put it up, and then every springtime we could take it off. So that's what we're going to get done today, so let's get busy. Alright guys, so what we did was we just marked the 3 areas where the cross braces are, and then we took our saw, we set it at a depth of just a little less than 1/2 inch, and then we just cut strips in here. We're going to get the chisel, knock this stuff out, clean it up, and then we'll use this as our template to cut the other side as well. So what I'm doing here basically is I got it cut down, but I don't have it cut across, so I'm just putting a little line here saying this is where I don't want this thing to go past anymore. That way it doesn't rip out any excess. You don't need to make it that thick. I think that'll work. This ain't for cabinetry or timber framing. This is just to sit on top of a rack on top of a boat. So let's see here. There you go. So this ain't Paul Sellers' channel, so don't gig me too hard. All right, so I got to get up there and take these ratchet straps off, and I am not the lightest guy in the world, so this should be entertaining. Alright guys, so we got it up there. Now we got to get the cross members. I measured, they're 64 inches. It's just a little bit shy of the outer rail, and I think that'll work just fine. It gives us about 1/4 inch on each side. Alright, so I bought this thing called the Craig jig. I never used it before. I thought I'd try it out with this. So here we go. Basically it just pre-drills some angled holes and then it tapers down and gives you a little bit to drive your screw into the other side. So we're going to give these things a shot and see how things work with them. My wife has a school play she's going to support one of our friends' little kid in Mulan, and so I put the old plywood up there because you can't really cut wet plywood. It's just too difficult, especially with a cordless saw. So tomorrow we'll go buy some new plywood, cut that sucker, and we'll put some screws in it. All right, hey guys, this is day 2. We went and got plywood yesterday. We got about 3 inches of snow last night, so we had to throw the old wood back on top just so that it didn't get on the canopy. But took it off this morning, shoveled the driveway, and now we're ready to get to work. We just framed in this platform here. That way we're going to put the U-bolts and attach this to the actual metal rack, and then we're going to drill in the plywood on top of this, and then we should be done. Alright, so we got that first piece up there. It was a little harder than I thought. No, I should have put it in the boat first, then got up in there and shoved it up, but I don't always do things the easiest way. Alright, so that's one side up, screwed in place. We'll take you up there for the next one, and then I'm going to go up there and make 2 holes, drill 2 holes for these U-bolts. Alright, so we're going to put them U-bolts in now. So basically what we got here is U-bolts like this, and we're going to drill 2 holes, stick it up from underneath, and then we've got this little washer type deal on it, so we'll just put it in there. Alright guys, well that's pretty much it. So all I got to do left down is screw down this other side that we just finished putting the U-bolts on, and then clean up. Hopefully you didn't find this too boring. It's just something I had to do, and I figured I'd bring you along with me. And as you can see, these U-bolts are going straight across that aluminum tubing. So this, and there's 4 of them, 1 on each corner. So this should be plenty enough to keep this thing from blowing away. We had 2 ratchet straps going across the top, but I mean, I just didn't feel comfortable with that. You know, going 45, 50 miles an hour, you know, on our way down to the dock or to the store. So we may throw 1 ratchet strap over the top just for a last resort fail safe, but I think this is going to work out just fine. Anyways, yeah, let us know if you got any questions for us, and thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week. By the way, Phillips screwdrivers are inferior to the Star or the Torx screws, but the closest store, I didn't have the right length of screws, so you got to use with what you got. And I'm just letting you know that I don't like, once I started using those Torx, dude, I'll never go back unless something like this comes up where I got to. Torx is the way to go, or Stars, or whatever you want to call them. Alright, bye. Just for the younger guys that watch this channel, look, I am not a carpenter. I have no background in carpentry. The guys that do carpentry. Obviously they can tell, but I just want to put it out there that you don't have to be like the greatest or a professional to tackle these small projects at home. You know who got me into this was, and don't hate on me, was I started watching Wrangler Star back in 2010, and back then he was doing all kinds of stuff. He had this, they'd actually bought a rural property and they were building an off-grid cabin, you know, but because of permits and zoning and this and that, they had to stop. But you know, he was one of the first channels I ever started watching about homesteading and just getting into this kind of stuff. I knew I wanted to do it, but I knew I still had, you know, several years left in the Army, so I started watching him and getting information from other people, and I think he was like one of the pioneers that paved the way for this modern homesteading movement. Alright guys, so we got this thing all cut. We got the holes pre-drilled, and so now we're gonna attempt to assemble. Hi, welcome back. Oh, I'm dark. I'm even darker. Hello.